I definitely have to agree. It is a very strong team. And the fun part, Sundown Ups says he has played Mordekaiser before, so that's good news. He just bought him before this game, so it should be interesting. And really, Mordekaiser, the game for Mordekaiser is get out of that early game and go basically rush for Woda. Your goal is to basically get to Woda as fast as possible.
So, you know what their elite strategy should be?
What?
Put Mordekaiser against Tryndamere.
Ooh, that could be cute.
So we're 3 minutes behind. But I would tell you right now, Aurelia beats Morgana in that matchup, or at least is okay in that matchup because she has no problem last hitting under turret, and she does have enough sustain that they're not going to be worried as long as she can dodge that Dark Binding. So send Mordekaiser against Tryndamere, and I think we could have some lead because Tryndamere is probably going to go for boots and pods. He's not going to have any magic resist.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser's going to show up and land like, ha ha!
Yeah.
Siphon Soul to the face!
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see that, but I think it would be a great, it'd be an interesting thing. Also, if you have Alistar on your team, absolutely invade. 195% you should be invading.
AoE stun greater than all at level 1.
Absolutely. Go place a trap in Tri-Bush, bot lane,
Yeah, Caitlyn should be trapping up mid lane or, doing some other fun trap shenanigans right now. Let's look to see, did he take trap? He did take trap, although he hasn't done anything with the other pinging Rolante standing out here in the open.
That's actually...
They can just barely see. Pretty interesting right there.
So I think they're just going to go with the idea of protecting.
Should everybody go for the early hits on tower? I don't know.
Breaking out the dance.
Dancing in a turret tonic. Good sportsmanship by all. Actually, the only thing I will say is versus Morgana still not too bad of a matchup because she's not going to be able to harass him too much, and if he can just get that Woda really quickly, that's all he wants to do. Because after he gets Woda, everything's gravy. I mean, he ults you, he gets in a trade or a team fight. That I feel like, that could be good for him. I've actually been playing a little bit of Mordekaiser myself recently, trying to play around with him. Just because he was so effective and a big deal for Skara at IM Hanover. And M5 really likes him. Kev, they played him a lot and said they're tier 1 to them.
So we're already going to see a little bit of aggression here. The good news is Heat and Style does work, against Champ. When you pop it, it allows you to still have that sustain that she used to have. So in terms of engagement, she should be okay to fight 1v1 unless he has full Bloodstrucks and gets early crits.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's what you have to be afraid of is those early crits. And the fact that he can't heal himself. I mean, they're both heroes can't sustain. There's the exhaust. Onto OMG trying to run out of this. Ignite still going down. Is going to barely survive with that health pot. And OMG under a lot of pressure early.
He does not want to blue pit here. This is the worst thing that he can do because he's going to give up that entire creep wave to the turret. He's going to be in a level at disadvantage. All right,
maybe he heard us. Maybe he thought maybe his team yelled at him.
He went armor 5 pots. There's no reason to go back here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you have to farm under your defense turret. You have to do it. That's
get those last hits. There you go.
Oh, get one of the tank right behind there.
Yep. So, I mean, that.
Mordekaiser really low in mid, by the way. Actually had a gank on there to double buff Udyr. Putting him pretty low. So a lot of good pressure from Amazon, and actually bottom being completely zoned out here by Soraka Misfortune. And Amazon looks pretty scary as a team. I can see why they're second seed. I want to know who they lost to and how. I want to know how these losses did come down.
I think there were 2 9-1 teams, and I guess
one of them had to beat the other one at some point, and one of them dropped a game to someone else. Unless there's some Dark Horse team that was taking them down and unraveled their secret or something. I don't know, but yeah, so it should be interesting. He actually or you went back to the bottom, but it's not typically what you see from Mordekaiser's in my experience.
Hey, it's last one.
Typically, it's boost riposte the epic rush to call. And then, try to roll that into Aurora. Because once you have Spellband, you're golden. And Udyr's just doing a job camping the dark binding. Dang if you do, dang if you don't, you know. But actually comes out a little bit on top of that. I feel like that trade was in Mordekaiser's favor life-wise. I mean, the mana was put low again. He doesn't have any mana. Mordekaiser doesn't need mana. So this is pretty good for her. It looks like Shyvana went up top to give her really a little bit of breathing room. She needs to take advantage of this. Make sure the OMG Bear does not miss any CS. Would be bad for him. It's great. They need, I think bottom definitely needs a gank or something to come in here. His early ward on Dragon. But they need something.
Well, they need bush control, and somehow if they had a ward, they should probably place it in that bush to regain that control. But it looks like
Debo, he has wards. He has 3 wards still in his inventory. Again, he actually did not go for the starting gold, extra gold masteries, so he will not have that. Soraka did.
But yeah, if he were to go back and snag a pink ward, that would work out wonders because. Right now their lane's about to get frozen. They're just getting zoned out of all sorts of experience. Yeah. And this is what, if you ever in bot lane, this is what you want to do.
This is like the ideal scenario that you want. 37 increased scores to 18 and you're freezing the turret at your own turret. Like that is exactly what you want. And this is a great job by Rolante and Scour right now. Great play.
Well, Shyvana is going to come in top here. This is not warded.
She does not have any TP. She's going to spin really quickly, won't be followed up. Aurelia actually has to initiate any fight. She has lower health, so she can use that equilibrium strike to get a stun off on him. But again, without exhaust or anything like that, I think Trinity might can actually kind of a little bit low. Very, very close. Popping those transitions really good there.
I think they could have actually baited it out if he had saved his mana. For a Q and then equilibrium strike, and then it would give him, or even just baited the fight, because Tryndamere will definitely want to go in, and then if you bait the spin, Shyvana comes in from behind. Again, I mean, one of them would have needed exhaust.
We are with first blood bottom. Finally, do pop out. They are taking. I mean, I'm gonna have to watch down bottom and see exactly what's going on here. I mean, I know it's level 5s to level 4, so they have level. They're not too far behind the levels. But this bottom lane seems like it's putting on tons of damage. I mean, this is probably Soraka's doing a great job of poking as well. What is Soraka on? She actually has, so she has 2 into Star Call and 2 into Infuse. So yeah, she's heavy poke. Only put 1 point in Natural Blessing, which you know, if you have this much zoning going down, then you can't get away with it. Looks like sometimes this game being pushed a little bit under his turret. I don't know what happened game 1, but at this point, you know, Amazon looking very, very strong.
And they're gonna give
blue on to Alistar.
It's not a bad choice. It'll give him the ability to spam his heal, which is great in a sense. The problem is it's going to force his lane to push, and then it doesn't work well against Miss Fortune. The pure shots allows her to do damage, reduce healing.
And, she can just hit bullet time and just clear a whole wave. The other problem is that Miss Fortune went back and at 8 minutes in bought a BF sword for first item. That's a lot of extra damage early, and that's not gonna. You can't trade with that. Like, you really just literally cannot trade with it. Like Caitlyn with her headshots is going to be less effective than Misfortune just auto, which is a huge problem. Up in her red, trying to do a little bit of slapping up some gold. It was going to be caught here. I wonder if we will see an engage on here. He can spin over the wall. Really is coming. Will we see the slow on there? Ivana's not actually going to back her up. Trinity does have ult. Reduce a lot of attack damage. Or be able to easily escape out of this. Super safe. Organic does have blue. Mordekaiser does not care about the blue. Does not care for it. So it looks like we almost see the beginning of a revolver here for Mordekaiser. Once he gets that, he will be able to stay in lane even longer. He does use health and passive spells as well.
Good job dodging Dark Binding. That's going to be key in any matchup against Morgana. They are not going to have Vision of Udyr.
And it's going to be time to run, make it rain, come down. Will D-Bomb do a good defense here? He's going to try to ult, try to get out of the team. Have ult. Just throws out a pull right to escape. Now he's going to transfer boost to Misfortune. This is all sorts of bad. This bottom lane falling apart. Kind of needs a gank, but Shyvana, not really the character to give you gank support when you need it at this point. We're going to take a quick collapse on the dragon. He does have a gank. Can do it at this low level. Typically it would be kind of dangerous, but with the kill on the round bottom, combined with the gank up and down, should be able to do it 10 minutes. So, quick little dragon there, a 3k lead for Amazon at 10 minutes in. And so now it's just going to rotate down here and place a ward to defend himself a little bit. I don't think they even know the dragon did go down, although they can probably suspect with this bottom ward here. It looks like they are pinging onto it. Did spot out the blue pearl there from Udyr.
So in terms of the top lane matchup, Aurelia not doing, not losing that hard. She's only about 10 creeps behind. So doing a pretty good job here. She's got to be careful because Tryndamere has full blood staggers and he's going to spin in on her. And he's going to do a ton of damage.
They're going to start trading. Now she's in a lot of trouble getting chicken dance. She's going to be slowed. Needs an equilibrium strike to actually be able to survive it, probably. There it is. Now she's going to run away, but the Ignite is already on her. That's probably all they're going to need. And Rush Wizard picking up a kill top. Smart play by him. Good patience on there. Baiting on everything he had to do. And very good. Another kill bottom. Heavy pressure going down here from Misfortune. And she's just so farmed right now. I believe she can actually go back, possibly buy a BF sword.
She's probably going to go into Bloodthirster.
Yeah. She already has a BF sword. Bloodthirster, yes. And it looks like she buys level 2 boots first, and she buys the double swords, the Zeal. She's going to get a little bit more critical strike, a little bit more attack speed. A little bit of movement. Gank here on the mid, Ignite going down.
He will survive this. We'll have to back out. I think Mordekaiser should have enough for, or no, he already has. He should have his revolver. He's gonna want to jump that into Woda, but the problem is just falling, kind of far behind. They don't have any gank support, mainly because Shyvana isn't a ganker. She is level 6. She has hit level 6, and that's the best time for her to gank. But she's really good at pulling off ganks when someone's overextended.
I know you do like this early oracles from their Udyr, who actually has been staying even in levels with Shyvana pretty close to us now. Just at level 9, pulled a little bit ahead. Anthem is playing really, really solid game right now. Tryndamere at 1 point, right up about 2 levels there. Now trading tons of damage coming in. Udyr is going to support this. Rush Wizard just sustaining with his blood back. A lot of pressure bottom still. Haven't cleared out the bottom turret. Typically teams will leave that turret till around the 15 minutes and then start trying to snowball take advantage of their weakness. So that's trying to run away. Okay, actually turn on Morgana. Morgana does have Spellsman, so he does need to be careful. He does have his child in the grave.
They should try and go in on Morgana, but I think the opportunity is lost because bot lane rotated up.
Yeah, and mid turn has already fallen from some great pushing action. The fact they were able to kill him early. D.Va and Kaeling have to be very, very careful here. Just heard that, but that gets Soraka back up. They're in a lot of trouble again. Misfortune has those shots and stuff. Then it goes down, able to pick up the kill, and it's just not safe. Scout has been playing an amazing game, so far ahead in gold.
Yeah, against that type of comp, there's not much you can do.
Oh, the kill on Aurelia top. Will Shyvana be able to pick this off? The Endless Rage comes in. Flash out by Arrows Bende. And he's going to have to heal up, and will he decide to go in? I don't know if he's bold enough. He's going to burst it, and he will pick up a kill with the
burnout
effect,
on
yes.
the ground is going to
Oh, the
pick up the last
trade.
hit.
Good job, Aaron. Picking up the kills. Getting one on the board for Google there.
Yeah, dignity kills are good. Next step's going to be a dignity turret.
Yeah, you know, you gotta get a turret now. So that's Google's next step. That's their new check mark.
And when dignity fails, always, you know, the desperation baron is an option.
Yes. When all is lost, getting a baron, you know, slightly intelligently, not just just rush towards the baron and do a baron for the hell of it. Typically, you don't want to do that. But you know, desperation barons are pretty good a lot of times because people don't expect it. A team is behind to go do a baron really quickly. If you do have a team comp that can. Udyr has vision. Google does not. They're checking that brush very carefully.
We're going to see a smite steal from Udyr, most likely.
They do know he is here now. He's being a sneaky phoenix. I don't know how you be a sneaky phoenix because you're all on fire burning all the brush, but apparently he is a sneaky phoenix. Even the grass doesn't know he's there.
I'm actually curious to see if Aurelia had been able to get a red buff earlier in the game, if she can actually survive that. And Tryndamere is going to be a boss. He's going to try and take this 1v2. He doesn't care. He's got teammates in the area. And even if this were to go 3v3, it's not in Google's favor because Morgana can just ult and win.
She can wreck house. You know, if once she gets to level 11, gets that second point 2 into her ult, she's gonna be a real big player. You see, Tryndamere's just sat top lane, but he doesn't really have to go back. I mean, I've tried to spot items, but he's so far ahead. He's been unmovable, constantly gaining experience and roaming and farming constantly. And we're seeing another 2v1 for Udyr's coming in, and this is not in his favor at all. Here. Great heals coming in for Tryndamere. Spin after. Morgana's coming in now. It's going to ult Soul Shackle. Just barely mixes that Dark Binding. I think Iron Man is going to be able to escape out of this with that burnout. But he's going to need Chicken Dance here. Tryndamere's all over him. Lewis will not be able to do it. Arizona will fall as well. This gang squad from Amazon, they're so far ahead. They've taken on this middle turret. That is, that's the danger of taking on the middle turret. Yes, it will potentially give, Sundown Absolute more chance to farm. It's going to face check and push against really fed MF. Scout very short here. Tyler guys go down. The heals working a little bit in his favor, but Soraka is better than Awoda. And Amazon looking very, very strong now. And there you go. Sundown Absolute has purchased his Will of the Ancients, as you have just seen there. The sweet little notification marks now in chat lets you know when key items are bought by your teammates. Or pretty much any item is bought by your teammates, apparently. But like I was saying earlier, this middle lane field, middle turret, sometimes it'll give more room to farm. If you're able to roam and take advantage of the jungler, then it's better. And G-Bear following Tryndamere. Tryndamere really fed top. Amazon is so solid mechanically. They've been pressing their advantage. I mean, when EA saw it, EA was the very careful, methodical, zero liability risk. And Amazon's the full pedals of metal. We know exactly where the knife's edge is. It's going to push you, take advantage of you, and it really kind of. It's one of those teams or styles when you play against you play against people like that, and you're just you feel like they're everywhere, and you feel like it just kind of feels a little bit hopeless. When you play against people. At the same time, Google. They can must win some victories here. Just gonna have to team up here and maybe put another Tryndamere possibly. So now absolutely the game is going crazy here. Tryndamere going down. A little bit of CC slow down on this Tryndamere, and sometimes it will blow him up. So another victory kill for Google right there, getting another kill on the board. Meanwhile, Bob's being pushed very, very hard. Good combination we're doing here. This is what I'm talking about. They're constantly cutting advantage. There's no point where Amazon is not doing something to gain more than advantage. There's no downtime.
Yeah, they're definitely coordinated, and they're taking advantage of being ahead. Unfortunately for Mordekaiser, his ult was not up, and so they couldn't use that ghost to maybe take down that top turret. Or if they would have had a Tryndamere ghost, they might have been able to take a Baron.
Yeah.
I mean, it was at this point.
Truth be told here, if somehow you can focus down one of the AD carries like a Tryndamere or even that Misfortune that's really farmed with a Mordekaiser ult, you can actually win a team fight even when you're behind, which is the advantage of taking it. And Shyvana has actually picked up an Oracle here, but she needs to be careful not to cut out and die. It'd be very, very bad here. You know,
she can actually beat Miss Fortune right now. As fed as Miss Fortune is, I think Shyvana.
That's
Dragon
a tall
form,
order. Bloodthirster was probably full of Phantom Dancer.
Well,
That's
I mean,
a tall order.
Well, she's probably. I mean, if we take a look at, she's probably got about 100 armor. Shyvana. Yeah, she's got 120 armor in Dragon form, a level 2. That's going to be about 130 armor. So she's actually going to take quite a bit of... I mean, there's not much armor pin on Miss Fortune, so she actually could beat Miss Fortune in a one-on-one fight.
She's not going to win a 3v1, that's for sure.
No, she's not going to win any sort of fight where magic is called into question.
Yeah.
And they were unable to pick off Tryndamere. Had they picked off Tryndamere, I'm pretty sure if I were on Team Amazon, I would have them report my Tryndamere defeat. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
100% of our team deaths.
Get right on the phone. Rush Wizard 3 feeder right now.
Yeah,
it looks like they're going to think about a Baron here. Rush Wizard 3 would be a good chance for Zulu to move in and try to make something happen. Be wary of the Brigade, of course. Here's actually receiving Black Shield here. Bolt time trying to do a lot of damage. RaiseYourWeaponMedia going to go at the force. The force taking a lot of upfront damage. Probably want to see here the Rocket Heal coming in. Rocket Heal so devastatingly strong. And Google's going to come out with no kills. Motivate and full retreat is going to fall down to the Banana Ignite combo. And Ars Ready burnouting back to base. Holding onto his Oracle. And Amazon's on full push mode, which they should do. I mean, they could go do a Baron if they really wanted to, but instead they're like, no, let's get Hibbs. Hibbs, you know, going to give even more of a lane advantage. Take that now.
So yeah, definitely solid play here from a solid coordination from the Amazon team. Not to be biased in any way, shape, or form. At the beginning of the season, I looked at their lineup and was like, this is the team that's going on.
Oh, a great pulverize combo for Kumo. Getting in there, some AoE damage going down. They great combo a little bit here. Still, Aurelia's trying to dive again. None of this speed for Team Amazon at this point because they are so far ahead with the characters they do have. Unstoppable. An endless rage coming from Tryndamere diving in there. Ace the whole coming down would get blocked by at least 3 or 4 members from Amazon. We all lined up for that one. No, I'll take it. It's okay. It doesn't matter if I'm the player. Who cares? And we will close out these last episodes of the game. So congratulations to Amazon moving on in the AHGL after the tournaments. Except for they're not going to do it, apparently. They've tricked me. They're backing out. As they should. A lot of members for Team Google have respawned there angry, although I feel like there's another Soraka heal that's going to come in and put everybody at full again somehow, miraculously.
Well, Morgana ult is up. They could have used that as some sort of counter initiation tool. They'll probably just back off, shop, grab a dragon, grab a Baron.
Yeah, they might do, whatever. Just walk down the aisle. I mean, really, like, everything. If Amazon stays together, I guess they kind of have an advantage. They can just basically push any lane, do whatever they want at this point.
Yeah.
It's so early in the game, they have about a 20k gold lead.
Yeah, I mean, Tryndamere's actually got 5 levels of advantage on Aurelia.
Yeah, I mean, that is at 23 minutes in the game, that's pretty hardcore snowballing. And I mean, it's like that is the sheer cliff that they pushed their snowball off of. That's all I have to say. Like, 'cause that thing went fast. It got really big, and now Amazon is all advantage. They probably could just do Baron here.
I wouldn't. And they'll probably just pick up Baron, run down mid. Don't necessarily need Baron. Baron could be the winner of this game. Looks like we're going to see a Tryndamere solo with him.
Good luck, buddy. You have that reduced damage, but it does stop solo attacks. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Maybe. They're trying to kite the Baron, but that does not work out. Sorry, Rush Wizard. Trying to feed again. Now he's going to have Udyr help in there. Udyr's going to, now that damage is have more effect. He won't have that debuff on there. Udyr trying to get closer again for his buddy Prisoner. Make sure that he doesn't get the debuff. And now he has the health. Hop back over with the Baron buff, and now it's all Amazon's game. Google needs to hide under their turret, even under 2 turrets,
which
they don't have.
They need to hide under.
They
might want to consider hiding behind the fountain.
Yeah, the fountain's a good safe place. No Bear caught out here with the slope. Trumpet Fortune has double boost. Shroud's going to jump in. Why not at this point? Going to restart bullet time while we're at it. No burnout. And Boba might try to ace the hole as he's dying. Does that absolute debuff, hiding in the fountain. Come on, guys, get out there. Make something happen. Laser! Oh, Trinity goes down again. Get in there, guys. Shows the Grave goes down, but they're not going to throw up any kill for this. And Gonzaga's about to actually set up Nexus is going to live. But I think Nexus is going to fall before they have a chance to lose Misfortune. So dirty. And congratulations to Amazon winning Series 2-0. And they will be going on to face Ernst & Young in the semifinals of the After Hours Gaming League playoffs.